Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today I got a really quick and easy DIY that I think is just going to be gorgeous for fall. I picked up this candle holder at Dollar Tree in the plus section. It was $3 and there is the dimensions of that there if anybody wants it. This one is what? 8 inches tall. They do have a taller one, which I wish I would have picked up because now I can't find it. But I'll keep looking. I'm sure I'll come across another one. They have them in black also. But I like this color. I do want to take a little bit of distressing ink, and I started here a little bit, add a little bit of the brown to it instead of this gray color. I think it's going to look pretty for fall. I have this big pumpkin here that I picked up at Dollar Tree. These are now $5 also in the plus section. They're really nice. It's a really big size. I love them. I got one last year, but they were only like $3 last year. But anyway, then you're gonna need a piece of styrofoam. You can get styrofoam anywhere, Walmart, Dollar Tree, whatever. But I'm using some that I actually came with a treadmill that we put together a while back. And I figured I'm going to save all the styrofoam that came in the packaging because, hey, free styrofoam. That's good for me. So, and then I have a whole bunch of different flowers here. These are all from last year that I had left over. I had so many left over because I just didn't get to a lot of projects that I wanted to last year. So we're going to do that. But I'm just going to take some of this Tim Holtz Distressing Ink. This is the Vintage Photo. You guys know this is my favorite. I use it all the time. These little sponges you can get with them at, Michael's or wherever you get it from. And I'm just going to go over some of that gray here. Ooh, not too dark. And just kind of add a little brown color to it. Not too much. Just brown it up just a little bit. Wherever that gray is, I just want to add a touch of brown. I did put a little bit on the top here. Not really going to see this, so I'm not going to mess with that too much because it's going to be covered up with flowers and things. But that's good enough right there. I just kind of wanted to distress this a little bit more with the brown color, and I think that looks really pretty. So that makes me happy. So now we are just going to take our styrofoam block here. Doesn't matter what size. I just kind of put the pumpkin on it. I'm going to have to raise this up when I do this stuff here. Hang on one second. Up just a little bit, guys. There we go. I just kind of measured it with my pumpkin just so it just barely, sticks out on the sides of your pumpkin. You could use round ones too if you have those, whatever. But I'm going to try a little bit of this Fix-All adhesive and hot glue. I don't know. I've never tried this with styrofoam. This stuff is great though. It's the, hang on, let me turn it around here. Super glue adhesive. And I use this on all kinds of things and it works great. But I've never tried it on styrofoam, so this will be a first. But to keep us going here, we're going to also add some hot glue just to hold this styrofoam into place while that other glue dries. And hopefully that's going to hold it good. Like I said, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm just going to put that on there. Try to get it even. That looks pretty good. So just let that sit there. And then we're going to glue our pumpkin right on the top of this styrofoam. And let's see, how is that going to sit? It doesn't really touch in the center. So some of these high points on here, I'm just going to put a whole bunch of hot glue on here. Glue that down to the foam. Hang on, I need a glue stick. Yeah, it doesn't quite touch on the center, so we're just going to go around the edges here like that. And then we're going to put that on there, like so. Make sure we got that pretty even. That looks pretty good. Pretty good, I think. Pretty good. All right. So while that's cooling, we're going to sit here and grab some of these flowers. I have a few that I have cut out already. Where are my wire cutters? And I have some leaves. I mean, Dollar Tree always has... Let me grab my bunch of stuff here that I had put away from last year. Just all these leaves and pretty flowers and sunflowers and all kinds of stuff that I just never got to last year. So let's get to something new here. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to put one of these pretty sunflowers here right in the center, up high a little bit here, just like so, like there. Put my leaf up here, make sure I cover up all that styrofoam. And then I thought these little flowers were really pretty too. What are they calling these? Do I actually have the... I don't have the tag, but it came with, you know, like these little wheat looking things and stuff. Yeah, my tag is gone. But like I said, these were from last year. And I thought these would look kind of pretty, like sticking out on the sides here. And then I kind of want to mix in between all that, some leaves rather. Put them like right here. Has some pretty leaves. And then, where was those things I like? These I thought were real pretty. These little wheat looking things. I don't know if I want this on here. I think that's going to be, oops, a little too much. So I'm going to take that big leaf off of there, and we're just going to use these wheat things here. Oh no, I just should not have cut that off, I guess. Well, now I'm going to have to fix this somehow. Well, we're just going to have to glue it on here. I should not have taken that apart. Hang on, guys. I'm just gluing my little wheat thing back on here with some hot glue because it doesn't want to stay now. Alright. There. We fixed it. But I wanted that, and I'm hoping I can get this back on here too. These little, like, grassy looking things. Put a little more hot glue on there so that'll stay. Can't believe that fell apart on me like that. Whatever. We'll fix you. There we go. A little hot glue will do. Perfect. Okay. So now that that's back together, I kind of want to put that in here just so it kind of hangs down a little bit. I thought that would be real pretty in the front there like that. And then I'm going to put another batch of these flowers over here on the other side. And then we're just going to kind of fill in, oops, I kind of want this on an angle more, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Kind of like sticking out to the sides and not just straight. But we're just going to fill this in with all kinds of different little things until we cannot see our foam anymore, because we don't want to see that. But we got lots of these sunflowers and all kinds of pretty things. So I'm going to put one there, put one over here on this side. And they fill in really nice. But I kind of wanted to break them up. I had, in my head, I was thinking I was going to put a lot of them together, but I think it looks better kind of broken up a little bit. Now I need leaves. Come here, my leaves. All kinds of different leaves that I've collected over the years from Dollar Tree. All different colors. They're so pretty. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. So I can get that in here. Behind here because it's kind of, let's tuck that in like that. There we go. Just so it has a little bit of the leaf sticking up there. But yeah, I gotta find the bigger one because I really wanted like a set of two. So I'm gonna have to get myself another pumpkin if I find my stand. But yeah. Excuse me. Alright, let me get some more of these leaves cut. I figure I'm just going to do this as I go because I'm not sure exactly how much of this stuff I want on here. I do want another batch of these on here. Maybe those weren't together. Maybe I was dreaming. Yeah, they are together. Here's another one with that stuff on it. I don't know why that one fell apart like that. Because here's another one, and it's all in one piece. But I did trim down the little grasses a little bit because they're just way, way too long. So I want to put another one of those over here. Get back on there. Just so that'll stick down like so. Make this thing a little more grand, and then we're going to stick some leaves underneath this flower. And that'll fill that all in nicely. Oh, why did they all bunch together like that? There we go. But look how pretty. You can't go wrong. I'm telling you, you just keep sticking fall things in here. You really can't go wrong. It just looks so pretty. So it really doesn't matter. What else do I have here? I have all kinds of things. Oh, we got, no, I don't know if I want to switch up leaves. But I do have tons of these sunflowers that I got last year. Let's see, we used the yellow ones there. So I need another orange one here in the back. And I didn't use the leaves with these because I have so many other leaves that I figured I'm not going to need those. So we'll put that one there. And let's see, some leaves. And some of Dollar Tree's leaves are really, really pretty. I love these. I love the color of these. They're just so nice. So let's see. We're going to stick some of those up in here. There we go. Get some more for the other side, but maybe I want some different colored ones. Oh, let's see. So many decisions. You could add lights to this if you want to. I was thinking about it, but I don't have any of like the amber color lights. All I have is the really super bright white lights, and I don't think I want those on here. But if I come across some of the other ones, I might try it and see how it looks. But I don't think I would care for it with the bright white. Let's see. Here's another nice looking batch of leaves. Why won't you slide? There we go. Stick that over here in the corner to fill in that big gap. There we go. And then I need some more of these little flowers. I don't think I have enough of these to do another set of 2 though. Of course not. Those in here. Those are so pretty. I love those. I hope I can find those again. They're just like little, I guess they're like little mini sunflowers or something. They're just so pretty. And I love the size of them. Alright, so let's see what else we're going to use here to fill this in. I have these things here. I don't have tags on anything. I don't know why I do not have tags on these. But I found these little bitty flowers too last year at Dollar Tree. Do I have any more of these? Yeah, and none of them have a tag on there. Huh. That's weird. I don't know. What are these here? Oh, these are the hop bush they had last year too. They had these in different colors too, but I didn't get all my fall flowers out. I may use a couple of those. But I like these little flowers too, to maybe just a peek out of here. Let's see. Yeah, they're cute. Oh, I like those. All right, well, let's cut a few more of those off so I can just stick them around in here. Yeah, they're kind of pretty. Stick one here where I see a little bit of white. Let's see. I need one in here. That one there. Got another one cut here. We can put. I gotta find something else to fill this spot because I don't have another set of those pretty flowers. What do we got here that's similar? I don't know. We're just gonna fill them. Maybe we'll use some of this hop bush here. It's just gonna be different, and that'll be the back. Because of course I'm like one set short. But you know what? It's really not gonna matter because all this stuff is so pretty. Yeah, nobody will ever know. I do want that sunflower. That would be the star. I do love that hot bush. It fills in nicely. All right, let's see. Need some more of these little danglies. Here's another one. Why is it I only have 3 of everything that I want to use? I don't know. Alright, this one didn't have any of the grass on it, so we're going to add that one right there. And trim those off a little bit. And I need some both back here. And this one I'm going to add a little hot glue because you know what, I cut it a little bit short. So, let's stick one of these down in here. Am I actually in the right spot that I want to be? There's those 2, yeah, that's fine right here. Another little dangly there. Oh, let's see, what else are we going to use? Do I have another one? I don't have any more with the grasses on it. Well, I'm going to have to steal it from the other color. Because I like this brown color. Whoops. Ugh. I love this brown color best. So we're just going to piece this back together. I had to steal it from a yellow one. Again, cut it too short. And I want another one of these right over here on this corner. So they can hang down. Oops, I forgot to trim them. That's just way too long. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off a few more leaves and stick them in here. And then that will be that. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this. I love easy DIYs. It's just a matter of deciding on what you want to use. Perfect. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I think it needs something more there. Maybe a leaf hanging down or 2. Let's see, what other leaves we have? I love these red and brown ones. Very pretty. Put them wherever I need to see a little bit of filler here. Perfect. Just hid my little bitty flower. I see something right there. I think, no, I don't want another one of those. I don't want any more big sunflowers, I don't think, in here. I think that's enough. But you could do whatever you want, and however many whatevers. But I do need something right here where I see some of the white. Let's take a couple of these here. This stuff isn't wired down very low. Alright. Cut that there, and then we're going to cut this thing off of here. There we go. And you're going to fit right in there. Little purple flower. But yeah, I'm just going to add a couple more things here, and that's it. We're done. I need some leaves hanging down here a little bit because I can still see some of that foam. But I think that'll do it. And it did. Well, almost. I can still see it underneath a little bit. Well, another little piece of... Where'd you go? Alright, I'm losing things here now. Where'd you go? Seriously, where's the... sorry, guys. I had that hot... Oh, here's some yellow. There's some yellow hot bush I have, too. Look at those. I think I'll leave the leaves on this one. Well, let's cut off a couple of these. And have them peeking out of here, too. Why not? They're so pretty. There we go. That got rid of that white spot. And then I just got to get my leaves in this spot here. Underneath. Well, you know what? I'm still seeing it. So I was kind of hoping not to use the white styrofoam, but you know what? I figured it was free. I'm using it. But I think I've got it hidden pretty well. You can see a little spot in here. Well, you know what? Mr. Hopbush, you're going right there in that little empty spot. Perfect. Look at that. No more white spot. But that's it. That's all I'm going to do to this thing. And I might add a few more little things hanging down here in the front. But yeah, that's the gist. And you just have this really, really pretty, nice and tall. How tall is it now with the pumpkin? It's about, I want to say, sorry, my battery died right as I was measuring this thing here. It always waits until I've got like 30 seconds left to go, and it's just not going to wait for me. But anyway, that's 12. It's about maybe 14 inches tall now with the pumpkin. It's so pretty. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to stick a couple more leaves down in here because I see some white and I don't want to see it. But that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take this out on my shelf out there so you can kind of get a better idea of what this looks like. And I'll take a nice picture of it and put it at the end. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this project. It was so quick, so easy. My favorite. And I'll see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.